Matt, John,
How you
great
doing?
to see you again. Obviously, we're here for our monthly update. So before we kind of go around the showroom, start looking at some of the new models that you've got in, I appreciate how busy your day is today and taking the time to be able to do this. But I thought it'd be a good opportunity to just speak with you both and understand what's happened since we've last been here. Any changes, any news that you'd like to share with everyone?
Well, to be fair, last month was our record month. We had the most sales we've had all year, to be fair.
Wow.
So that was a big accomplishment.
How is that normally then, guys? Is that like a seasonal trend? Does that generally happen for you this time of year, or is
To
that
be
something
honest,
quite
it's slightly out of the ordinary because June, July, and August, notoriously, people are obviously looking at summer holidays.
Yeah.
People are preparing for summer holidays, and the cost of holidays in school holidays are just through the roof. So putting another expense onto that, we've seen a big decline in sales through June, July, and August over the past few years.
Yeah.
So, but we made a conscious effort last month to really give it a good go. My missus is 34 weeks pregnant.
Wow.
Make sure I get that right. And I was 40 last week.
Congratulations.
So we've
See the big sign behind you there.
yes, that's one of the gifts from my family. But yeah, we said we're going to give it a right good go last month before I feel old. And it just shows you what you can do if you put 100% effort in.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we can't. Well, it's given us an opportunity now to realise what can be done. So as much as everyone here was under pressure, it's seen that the business is there if you work hard, keep your standards high.
Yeah.
So it's allowed us to make some changes. So the reason I wanted to do it is because I wanted to see if we could handle what we could handle. So we're employing an operations manager off the back of last month,
Fantastic.
just to be able to help with the whole process. They're going to be across every department, making sure it's just streamlined as much as we can. Because we spoke about it, Joe, wasn't it? It's about efficiency here.
100%. Employing that extra member of staff will help with all areas of the business. So as in terms of the sales, we can offer better customer service to our customers.
Yeah.
Because the worst thing is not having time. And when customers come in, we want to give them time. We want them to feel appreciated and know that we actually are interested and we want to take all matters seriously.
Yeah.
And
So the operations role that you
Yeah.
that specifically for kind of after sales. So once someone's purchased the car off you, if there's any
To be honest
areas
with
they
you,
want to discuss.
That's a big area of it. As Joel just said, it's about releasing the team to be able to have time to give what they need to. Obviously, I'd like Joel as a sales manager just to solely focus on sales. We get a lot of time. We don't get a lot, but we do get some. Cars break. That's why there's loads of mechanics around. But if someone's phoning about an after-sales issue and the sales phone's ringing with a car we put up for sale that day, Joel's caught between a rock and a hard place.
yeah.
Obviously, in the nicest possible way, he wants to deal with this after-sale issue as quick as humanly possible to jump on a sales call,
Yeah.
which isn't fair to either one. Obviously, the person with the after-sales issue,
Yeah. Still wants to feel they're being looked
even
after.
though, yeah, exactly that. Even though we didn't build the cars, we prepped it within an inch of its life. Cars do go wrong, but ultimately we're the customer's point of contact.
Yeah.
So that we want to be able to deliver the best customer service possible. But we've noticed that in doing that, it affects our sales.
Yeah.
So to be able to split that up is
You've got
going to
to
be a
have the
game
balance, haven't you?
changer for
And
Joel.
of course,
Yeah.
the person that is ringing up for an interest in a particular car that they've seen,
Yeah.
they could be short on time as well. So for them being able to get
Yeah.
through to you quickly and efficiently to actually have a conversation.
Yeah.
Coming down viewing it is just important.
It's
for both
100%.
parties, really.
Yeah, we get so many phone calls, and people don't realise if you're on the phone to one person, you could be on the phone to that one person for 20 to 30 minutes sometimes, and in between that, you could miss 5 calls.
Yeah.
That's which is
Joel,
just-
what would you say our average calls per day is? I know when I was on the phones, it was over 100, 150.
I'd say about 150 to 200 calls per day.
Wow.
I don't think people realise the level of, or the volume of calls that we take. And obviously some of the guys have been here from the start. we were doing them single-handedly. Now Joel's got Steve. If you come down, you know who Steve is.
Yeah.
He's a bit camera shy, more than me and Joel.
We'll get on one day.
I mean, you had to bend our arm to get into this one. But yeah, the amount of calls we have to take. You could be on the phone, and then you could have 7 missed calls while you're on the phone to that one customer, and then you've got to return them 7 calls. By the time we've done that, it's just a game of cat and mouse.
Yeah.
So, like we said, to eliminate the after sales, because it's part of the business. And what I've learned recently is we spoke about being 40. It gives you time to analyse, step back, look at your business. What I've realised is now this business is just customer service driven, because there's so much information online.
Yeah.
The customers really have got their mind made up about what they want, how much they want to pay, how much they want to pay a month. It's our job to facilitate that transaction.
Yeah.
It couldn't, like, if you start to try and sell cars, I think we spoke about it last time about overselling cars.
Yeah.
But if you just allow the customer time, answer their questions, make sure they're comfortable, make sure they trust the business, that's pretty much our job. So allowing Joel to have time with the customers allows him to be able to build that trust rather than him rushing. So, because you can tell when someone's rushing off the phone.
Of course you can. And it's all about that individual. They want to feel looked after. They
Yeah.
want to feel that they're important to you.
Yeah.
In the time. So it's fantastic that you're doing so well. And it's really, really great that you've kind of invested that into, as you say, another person's for that part of the business. Now, out of the corner of my right-hand eye here, as I'm interviewing you, up and see someone that's just come through the door. And I think you said that you've got a hectic day today. Is it 14 cars that you've got going out? Talk me through your day today, Joel.
Yeah, we've got 14 cars going out in the next 24 hours.
Wow.
So yeah, it's a busy day for us.
Yeah.
But this is what we like. We like to be busy.
Of course. Yeah.
Busy is always good,
Yeah.
and it means that we're doing something right.
Indeed. So with those 14 going out, Matt, does
Yeah.
that mean that we've got a turnaround of vehicles, and we've got some new?
Well, what it
new
meant
stock
today,
coming in?
obviously, with our discussion about our media content moving forward, I know we come in for our monthly catch up, and that eliminates little and often. It's just a catch up, just to obviously give you guys an idea of what we've been doing in the past month. So when I jogged Joel's memory last night, saying we got you guys coming in, you wanted to kill me, but we had a customer yesterday come in, and obviously we don't do it with every customer, but it just come up in conversation. He said, "Where did we see you from?" It went, funnily enough, I watched his interview on YouTube, and he was describing obviously what we was looking for. We was looking at 3 different cars and doing research into each individual company. The fact we went on your YouTube channel, we're listening to it, and he kept pointing at Joel, because obviously he must realise and recognise his face, which is what we discussed when we was going
was the
through our
initial
media
thing,
strategy.
Yeah.
Break down a barrier, people recognise you by face, feel they've already met you, which they have to some
Yeah.
extent. They understand what you look like, how you sound like, how you come across, your personality. And I think that's a big thing, and that kind of breaks
100%.
down that whole
Well, we
showroom
didn't want to
scenario.
be on camera. It's something that I really didn't want to do.
I know.
Joel wanted to do it even less. But I feel
Yeah,
like
we've
the
got to
fact
adapt to the times, haven't we?
the fact that we now have had some positive feedback and some monetary value by selling a car, it allows us to realise that this is actually quite an important part of the business to become more present, personable online, etc. So it's the only bad feedback I had, I was told I was too handsy, which is why I'm gripping my hands like a vice.
Too handsome. I was waiting for too handsome to come out.
No, definitely not too handsome. Now I've turned 40.
Too
But,
handsy. Okay.
Yeah, like I said, it's always the nearest and dearest that give you the most amount of grief for doing things like this. So long as I keep my hands still, everything's fine apparently.
Okay. I think you've done well. I think they've been gripped firmly.
Well, they're turning blue,
Yeah.
so hopefully.
So let's have a bit of a chat through what we're going to be doing after this catch up today. So initially, we're going to be looking obviously at some of that new stock. Do you want to just give us a quick overview of some of the cars we're going to be looking at today?
Yeah, well, it's been quite difficult to source cars because the difficulty with this job is you can never win. Car dealer's job is to moan. You ask any car dealer, all we do is moan. It's too quiet, it's too busy, it's too hot, it's too cold. It's definitely too hot today. But when we're busy, the market normally follows trends. So if we're busy, it means everyone else is busy. When everyone's busy, everyone's looking for stock. People are paying more money for stock because you can't sell empty spaces. We're quite fortunate and blessed. We stock around 100 cars. Sounds a lot, but when you've got car supermarkets stocking 2,000 cars, we can be patient, whereas some people can't. They need to constantly buy. So at the moment, obviously I've had the distraction of turning 40 and everything that comes with, but we've had some cars come in from 2 weeks ago, because I always buy consistently. Yeah. When it's quiet, we still buy. We end up stockpiling cars, because good cars don't come along all the time. So if it's there, you need to buy it. And then if the prices get expensive, you've still got cars from previous that just roll into stock organically. So we've got a couple of nice Range Rovers, which are nice bits that we've sourced. Obviously, we've got a full commercials that are just a constant flow. They're a great side of the business that we love. We've got a couple of nice bits coming in, but it's definitely time for me to get back buying again. Trying to get time to do that is time is of the essence at the moment, but it's a great part of the job.
Yeah, we've had a few customers make a few requests as well for particular cars that exactly that.
Very difficult to source cars though, because it's like anything in life. If you want to be specific of what you want, you pay the money. If you're a little bit more easygoing or a little bit more easygoing with how long you want to wait to get something, then obviously you can wait for the correct car to turn up. I try and avoid sourcing at all costs, because I could source you a Pacific car, pay the money for it, pay probably over what I would like to give for it as a business. You turn up and go, don't really like it. And now I've got an issue where I'm like...
stuck with a car which
because
is very specific to
one individual. And cars are very much an opinion based. If you lined up 100 people, everyone would want a different car for a different reason. So this is why I've got a lot of friends and family that would love me to source some cars, but I don't source some cars for a number of reasons. One, they always seem to break whenever I sell someone something near and dear to me. But when you, like I said, when you source something Pacific, it's impossible to find. We just buy good cars for good value for money, and then if they match that criteria they're looking for, then great.
They're perfect, yeah. It's a perfect match, yeah. Okay. Joe, some new cars there. There's one that I keep calling a party bus. I know it's not a party bus, but tell me a little bit about that. I had someone that was talking to me last week, a chap called Glenn, who was really interested in it. Just kept on infusing about it.
Is that the Mercedes V-Class?
Yeah. Do you want to give me a bit of an overview?
The Mercedes V-Class is new to our stock. That's it's not like your usual Mercedes V-Class. It's had a full conversion done to it, and it's a facelift model as well. So in a driver's cockpit, it has got the new style dashboards. It's got all the new tech on it, and in the rear cabin area, it has got the captain seats inside there. That's all bespoke, all tailored, all real leather. It's just a lovely thing. And it's got a starlight ceiling. Yeah, it's top of the range.
Yeah, it's been converted into sort of like a mini private jet with the TV screens. It's got every feature you can imagine under the sun. It's really something you need to see to fully appreciate.
Yeah.
Do you know what's difficult as well? As much as you can see it online, until you sit in one of these things, touch, experience, it's just a magic place to be. Just the top end of luxury, isn't it?
It is.
Okay, well, we'll go and have a look at that later. Matt, there's another car called my eye when I walked in. I think it had, talking of parties, had a particular button you could press, and apparently it entertains you.
Yeah, so we've obviously it's such a grey area at the minute with electric cars. We don't do too many, but we always like to keep our toe dipped in the water, because as it stands currently, it will be the future.
Yeah.
At the moment, we love our combustion engines, we love our diesels. I always practice what you preach. So I personally drive a Land Rover and a Transit Connect just for bombing around every day. But like I said, we like to dip our toe in the water still with the electric side of things. But the Tesla Model X, it used to be, I believe it still is, Tesla's flagship model, 100 grand plus new. It's some crazy features inside there.
Our particular one's the Ludicrous, which is the performance model. So that is the fastest one you can get.
Okay.
So if you're you want to get the speeds and get a bit of adrenaline, then that is the one to definitely go for.
I don't think people
Safely at all times.
Of course.
yes, not breaking the speed limit.
No.
But I don't think people appreciate when you drive an electric car, the delivery of power is something that you've never experienced before. I've got a friend of mine who's had every car under the sun, done really well for himself. He's a car enthusiast, and he said the Model 3 Tesla Performance was the best car he's ever driven.
Wow.
And he's had Lamborghinis, Land Rovers, Ferraris, but obviously being electric, you're limited to other. It's what we said previously about different things people want in a car.
Yeah.
But when you drive one of these, the fastness that it delivers and the speed and the delivery of power is just something else. So even though it's built by, you sort of understand Elon Musk's personality when you see the features in this car, the most unnecessary, borderline stupid extras, flashy, just eccentric. It's just unbelievable, but it's they're cool cars. I really like them. As I said, a very good friend of mine says it's the best car he's ever driven. But due to the uncertainty around electric and Tesla as a brand as well, after seeing his to do with the president, it's so hard for us to price and get consistency. Because I like to buy cars and stand in front of them and say, this car will be worth X in 3 years and whatever, but I don't know.
No.
And I can't sell something.
That's down to the individual when it comes to something.
Yeah.
So, okay, well, we'll certainly take a look at that as well today. And then, other than that, if we can have a look at some of the other models you've got in, I think you've got a particular Land Rover, which sounds like it might be a very good price point.
Yeah, so I've, as I said, I love Land Rovers. It's been something I've always, since I've started this job, I don't want to tell you how many years ago that was. Made me feel even older. But I've always had a Land Rover, and it's as much as they get bad press, when you know them, when you know your way around them, and more importantly, when you look after them, you see people going, oh, Land Rover this, Land Rover that. You ask them the last time they serviced their car, and it was like, it's like anything mechanical. If you look after it, it should be okay. Some things go wrong on them which are out of your control, but like I said, I've always loved them. But we've got a new Land Rover SV Autobiography 5 litre supercharged, top of the range thing that we bought in. I think we looked at it when we were listing it, 180 grand new.
Yeah.
And we've got it up for sale for just over 30 grand. 2018.
Yeah.
I know it's 6 years old, but driving around a 180 grand car for 30 grand.
Yeah, it's a no-brainer, isn't it?
That's available now, is it?
Yeah.
That's just literally being listed this morning. Me and Joel were just discussing price points, etc. But we actually said this morning, if a car could sum up what we do at Prime and what our sort of buying tactics and stock profile are, it could be that car. Because we like to buy cars that are top end, great spec, 100 grand plus new, that have depreciated, but are still the same car. They're still a 100 grand car. They're just obviously 6 years. We worked out average about 6 years old, our stock profile. And if you work on the basis that every car depreciates 50% of its value every 3 years, 100 grand, 50 grand, 25 grand, that's where we like to come in about 6 years.
That's the kind of price point,
Yeah, because some of the depreciations you see on these cars these days, especially with the value, new car prices are getting right up there now. I think that car now, the SV Autobiography Land Rover, is over 200 grand.
Yeah.
180 list.
Yeah. Well,
plus
optional
extras.
Yeah.
Just mega money.
Okay. Well, we'll have a look at that one too and put it out. But the way you guys are going, you might already have sold boats on him. With the video out.
Yeah.
Give us a few hours.
I think I think when you do put the video out, you get so much opinion on these Land Rovers, especially online.
Yeah.
When we used to have our previous social media guys say anything good about Land Rover, you jumped on. And it's like, I had this, I had that. But again, it's all down to personal experience.
Yeah.
And touch wood, I think we spoke about warranties last time.
We did.
We sell cars with warranties. If you want to buy a Land Rover off us, we do 12-month warranty, 24-month warranty, 36-month warranty, complete peace of mind.
Yeah.
So, as I said, I drive them. I've
So
been
there's your security.
driving them every set, and like I said, I practice what I preach.
And Land Rover have introduced security updates for software to for insurance purposes. I know a lot of people were struggling with getting quotes and insurances and fretting whether or not they can get insured on it.
Yeah.
But Land Rover are actually offering the service for free. If you go onto the Land Rover website,
Yeah.
put your VIN number in, you can actually check if you're eligible to get the software update.
Wow.
So yeah, something to consider.
great.
Yeah.
Because that's what people don't see. Obviously, I sound like I work for Land Rover here, but it's one of our biggest stock profile at Prime. But everyone hears about everyone nicking their Land Rovers. The insurance is 10 grand a year. Like, you can't insure them. Land Rover obviously put things in place. They've put a software update now, recalling cars. I think they're even doing some self-insured policies on some of their
I've
newer
heard about
stuff.
that, yeah.
You don't hear any of that.
No.
All people want to do is spread bad news, which is the way of the world, unfortunately.
That's the way the world goes, isn't it?
Yeah.
One negative experience versus 10 positive ones. You hear
Exactly.
about the one negative. That's the way it goes. But it's really good to have that update and understand that those things are in place. You know, there are securities there for you
Yeah.
when you're buying those particular models. Okay, so for us, I think we're going to go and obviously take some time now, have a look at the cars, start with those a bit more detail so we can show some of the big bits on the stuff we've got. Is there any other areas that you wanted to discuss before we go off and do that?
There's a few new things we're thinking about implementing. One of them is
Well, she just walked in, funny
Yeah.
enough, and interrupted her just before we. Just before. Well, this is our. Well, we work with a warranty company, and they've got other different products what we can sell. Obviously, when you say sell, I sound like a salesman there, but we actually look after our customers. Believe it or not, as we discussed off air, customer service is our main thing now, and even down to the ceramic coating that we sell at point of sale of our cars. It's great. You wash your car, and it looks like it's just been polished. It saves you time and hours sitting there polishing with a chamois leather. Everyone's got better things to do on their Sunday now. So that product that we sell at point of sale, ceramic coated, I couldn't recommend that highly enough. And this tyre and alloy wheel maintenance plans used to have to be an FCA regulated product, but now we can sell it as part of our point of sale package.
Yeah. And what it is insurance and for your tyres. Rather than spending £150, £170, whatever it might cost for replacing a tyre, if you bump it against a curb and damage the tyre, if you have these policies in place, the idea is for you to save money. So they replace your tyres free of charge. And the same with the alloy protection. But this is just the sort of things that we're trying to implement into our business to look out for our customers and to have more facilities available. So, yeah.
Just so you know, this isn't a big sales ploy. She literally walked in to give us
Yeah.
this before we started.
I say she was
Yeah.
here before we pressed the record.
That sounded like the biggest sales thing there. Just like,
Yeah.
oh, and by the way, in case you haven't noticed,
But for someone that's not great at parking.
but we haven't actually, we haven't sorted price lists out. We haven't sorted anything out. It's just
Yeah.
something
But
that
it's something you're looking to.
Yeah.
she's just come in to tell us we can now offer this product.
Yeah.
But we wouldn't sell something if it wasn't a benefit to the customer, because I know it sounds cheesy, but we're here for a long time. Don't want to short-term sell things, get lovely, we said that, it's a load of nonsense. If we look after people, we sell products like this, warranties, insurances. I had a problem with my alloy. I hit a pothole, it cracked, rung up these guys, they fixed it. They're coming back to buy another car off me. If you sell this to someone, I think you just said it there, one bad experience tells 100 people, a good person tells 10. So if I sell this to someone, they crack their alloy, ring up, I make it really difficult for them to claim, end up not paying for it, they'll tell everyone.
Of course.
And the industry and the world we're in at the minute, as I said, it's all about customer service.
Yeah.
So if it's good, we'll be selling it.
Like
If you don't see it on the website, it's too dear.
Good. Okay, that's another positive thing to be bringing to the table. So that's good to hear. Be interested to see that follow up on that on our next meeting.
Yeah.
See how it's been implemented.
Putting us under pressure now.
Definitely.
Any other areas, or is that a wrap for where we are today?
Well, I've got some news that no one else knows yet, but we'll touch a base with that next time when you come in.
Yeah.
There's a
You
potential.
know what it is.
There's a potential that been rumoured. So fingers crossed. You can ask me about that. I'll either say to you, don't want to talk about it, or there's potentially a really big bit of news coming from a very big brand. So we'll discuss that maybe next time, but I can't say too much.
You're going to leave us on a bit of a cliffhanger.
Yeah, it'd be nice if it does come off, because it'll make our next interview next month very easy.
Yeah.
If it doesn't, we'll have to talk about some more products.
Right. Okay, guys, that's amazing. What do they say on Top Gear and on that bombshell? I think that's how we'll leave it until our next catch up. So
Yeah.
thanks again for your time.
No problem.
Lovely.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.